Senator Dolan, you have 4 minutes.
Minister, you're very welcome. My constituency of over 600,000 people are everywhere, but they're not able to go anywhere with ease or comfort. Your statement gives, I'm sorry to say, very little comfort, if any at all. You commence by saying that public transport can be of great assistance to those with reduced mobility to provide an accessible mode of transport. At that section, same section of transport on page 3, you talk about the objective of the review, which is twofold: sustainable public transport and to meet the needs of a modern economy. There's more to this than the economy. There's nothing in between in the statement, and not to people with disabilities, and then the statement moves on. The Taoiseach, and more recently your colleague Minister McGrath, gave commitments in this House that the UN CRPD would be ratified by the end of this year. Ratification means one thing: implementation. In the year ahead, will you, Minister, cause to change? There are major deficiencies in public transport services within your responsibility, within your area. I'll name just 3 areas. For DART, rail and bus airing, 24 hours notice if you wish to travel, and there are still incidences of people not being able to travel or make the return journey. Why is it that only Dublin Bus has integrated assistive technology on their buses for both visually and hearing impaired passengers throughout their fleet? Some of the new bus airing fleet have information on screens but no audio announcements. Why is there a specification, if you like, for the Pale and a different one that's not up to standard for the rest of the country? This is a huge proportion. There is a huge proportion of the bus airing fleet that has nothing to aid both visually and hearing impaired passengers having an independent bus journey experience. I think that disparity needs to be dealt with, and the Minister, you need to deal with it. Minister, just simply make wheelchair spaces on the Dublin buses, the regional bus services, the DART and Irish Rail mandatory spaces. That's what they were put there for. They were hard fought for. They're not spaces for either a buggy or wheelchair. They're spaces for people with disabilities. Why, Minister, do you continue to resist the protection of these spaces for wheelchair users? Simply make it an offence to abuse it. Currently, a driver or official can only request someone else to vacate the space. In August last, I requested a short meeting with you in relation to implementation of the Convention, and also in relation to your department's strategy statement that it should strongly reference UNCRPD implementation, i.e. that people with disabilities are also equally members of the public to be served. A second letter in October got an acknowledgement. You might take the opportunity at this stage to confirm what your disability inclusion intentions are within your strategy statement. To conclude, Minister, I strongly request that you return to this House and set out the advances that disabled passengers will experience by this time next year and throughout the next number of years. Furthermore, advances that will resonate with the ambition of the statement that you signed last January, the Charter for Change. Let me just remind the House. You said in that, we will not tolerate discrimination of any kind. You are now still tolerating discrimination. We believe in equal access for all. You're not delivering that for people with disabilities at this time. Ireland's most vulnerable must be protected. It is not happening for disabled folk. And finally, you said the next government should ratify the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities without delay. Well, Minister, there are still 6 weeks left in this year to do that, and I look forward to your return to the House. Thank you for your attention.